Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome back to IXION, where the end is in sight but time is very much running out. The Piranesi is making its way toward Remus with murderous intent, and we can stop the Piranesi, we do have a plan, but that plan does involve building lots and lots of batteries on board the Tiqqun, and then crashing our beloved ship into the Piranesi to completely destroy it once and for all. But before we do any of that kind of exciting dramatic explodey stuff, we need to train up as many colonists as we can to settle down on Romulus, which is the planet that we've chosen to call home, and then get everybody else off the ship. So there's quite a lot to do and not much time to do it in. We've got to build 1,000 squares worth of batteries. We're not even halfway there yet. And we have to train up almost 3,000 colonists. And we're, about 10% of the way toward that. So there is so much to do. And the Piranesi is just making its way toward Remus. Slowly but surely, it is making its way there. So we do really need to get a bit of a wriggle on. And everything is looking okay on board, except for food. Food is looking a little bit dodgy, shall we say. We might possibly have a little bit of a food problem going on at some point later on. So let's see what we can do. Now, one thing we can do pretty much immediately that a few people did point out in the comments is that over in the colonization training center, we can set this to train people automatically. So as soon as 200 people are trained, it's going to begin training another 200 people. So yes, please, let's switch that on. That's going to be really useful. And then we do need to complete 3 more shuttles. And then that goal there will be complete as well. Do you know what? Let's get that done, shall we? Let's get that done. So we'll have 1 shuttle there, please. And we'll have 1 just there. That gets us to 19. And then 1 final shuttle over there. Okay, so we can at least complete that goal there. That's 1 tick, 1 sort of thing out of the way. We're going to get those colonists trained up as quick as we can. And now it's a case of building batteries. Lots and lots of batteries over here in the newly opened Sector 5. So I think we can fit possibly another couple up there, which would be okay. It does need electronics. We've got 6 of those, that's not too bad. But it does also need quite a lot of alloys. And we've only got 45. How many does it actually require? 60 alloys. Okay, so we haven't got those right now. Also, possibly we could do with a fire station over here, just in case there is a little bit of a fire, because that would be a bit unfortunate if we lost all our batteries due to a fire and then we couldn't finish the thing off. So maybe we should get one of those as well, because I feel like that's quite an important thing. Where can we fit one of these? Oh, the buildings are huge these days. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Right. Get rid of this bit of road over here. We don't need these bits of road over here. Get rid of all that stuff. There we go. Away with you. Right. Get a fire station in. So pop that in like that, please. Get a road coming across like that. And then I think we also do place down another battery just to get that underway, please. Can we fit another one in just there? No, we can't, because that road is in the way. Roads, you're being annoying. There we go. Where we're going, we don't need roads, because they're all going to get blown up anyway, I think. Right, there we go. So get another battery in over there. Okay, so 4 gigantic big batteries in a row. I was thinking, can we fit any little batteries in anywhere else? Can we fit any tier 1 batteries in any of the other sectors? Just to cram some in. There's a little bit of room over there, possibly. Could we maybe get something set up over here? Not with the tier 2 batteries, but with the tier 1 batteries, we possibly could get a few set up over there. That wouldn't be so bad. In fact, that space there is doing nothing at all. So we'll pop a battery in just there. And can we get one in over there? Yes, we can. Every little helps. That's a tiny, tiny bit more battery coverage that we're going to have in Sector 1 now, which can help out a bit. Yeah, there is supposed to be a battery there, but we kind of didn't put a road to that. So that never really worked. Okay, so that's that done. I mean, what can we do with that space? Is it worth just putting 3 batteries in? And just saying, do you know what? We're helping out. Look, battery, battery, battery. Okay, so 3 more batteries going into there. We're going to need a lot of alloys. We're going to need so many alloys going on. And also, we do need to make sure that Sector 5 is getting alloys. Also, Sector 5 probably does need to get some food. Can we have food activated in Sector 5, please? They're going to be very grumpy if they don't get any food. So how about... Hang on. Yeah, switch that on. Can we not? Ah, there you go. Can they just have... There's not many people in Sector 5. Just, I don't know, 12... Put it to 15. Let's really treat them. 15 food. There you go, people in Sector 5. And I think at the moment, that's all they need right now. That's all they need to be getting on with stuff. BR alloys... Sector 5, go back to that. Oh, okay, we have said, can they have a lot? Can they have 60 alloys, please? Sector 3, you don't need that many anymore. Sector 3, you can drop the alloys down because you just send them elsewhere. So that's absolutely fine. So you send them down. And Sector 1, you can live with, say, 128. And Sector 2, you can have a bit less as well. And Sector 4, you can have a tiny bit less too. Okay, right. So, quick check. We're training up new colonists. We're building some shuttles with the massive amounts of polymers we've got. And we're building some more batteries. Okay, that's good. Can we get any more batteries elsewhere? Can we get some more batteries? Maybe not in Sector 2. We could... Actually, hang on. Could we fit a battery there? No, we couldn't. There is a bit of a gap there, actually. Hang on. How big is the next one up? How big is that? Ever so slightly too big to fit in that gap. That's a bit of a nuisance. Although, hang on. Could we fit another field in there? Can we get another field in there? That would be fantastic. No. Because that building is in the way. I'm just thinking more fields equals more food equals less starvation problems later on. Could we potentially... They've got to be linked together, haven't they? They've got to be adjacent to other ones, I think. Okay. How many people live here? Do we knock that building down is what I'm thinking. Okay, lots of people live in that Demotic Quarter. Hang on. Sector 2. How many people live here? Housing capacity 560. Population 504. Okay, so if we took that down, we would have homeless people. That is a bit of a nuisance. However, hang on a second. What if we get rid of that just there? So get rid of that small stockpile, because it's only got, 6 food in it now. So that's not very much. So get rid of that, dismantle that, and then if we take that road apart as well, we could then put a field just there, and that's one more field of food, which is better than no fields of food. Okay, right, I like that. That's got to be a good thing. Okay, so that's Sector 2. Right, Sector 3, hang on, batteries. Can we fit anything into Sector 3? I don't think we can. Sector 3 is absolutely, utterly chocker with everything. So nothing going on in Sector 3. Sector 4, we might be able to get some batteries in. I also think that possibly another mushroom wall would help. Oh, we can't fit one in, look, because it would get in the way of the lovely sign. Can we not just take the sign down, for goodness sake? Okay, no, we can't take the sign down. Fair enough. Okay, so batteries. Can we get some batteries over here? Yes. Over there, look. We can. We're not going to use that space for much else. So why don't we get another 2 batteries over there? It's all hands to the pump for everything. Right. And then Sector 5 has got plenty going on. Okay. Move time on. Sector 5 aren't very happy. They're not very happy at all. We might also need to build a DLS listening thingamajig. And then give them some lovely propaganda. That fits... Hang on. Does it fit down there? No, of course it doesn't. It doesn't fit in a logical, sensible place. It can go just there, look. It can go along next to the other batteries. Just trying to keep them happy. Okay, right. Move time on. Current meal cycle. Oh, I don't like it. It's getting very close with food. It's getting very, very dodgy with food. Okay, if they take that apart... There's no... Oh, there we go. I was going to say there's nowhere to store the alloys, but they can take that apart... Dismantle that, please. Whack that with a hammer. Okay, good stuff. Right, and then take down that road. Let's get rid of that. And then down here, look. Yes, we can have another field. That's going to be really handy. So, okay, pop another field in just there, please. That might give us just about a tiny bit more food to see us through. Hopefully that'll help out. I mean, yeah, could we get another field adjacent to here anywhere? Could we do anything? I mean, yeah, if we knock that down... Where can we put another thing? In fact, we're not going to do any more cryonic stuff, are we? Because we're not going to get any more cryonic pods. So we could take that down and then take that down as well. That stuff needs to remain because that's to do with ice. Then we could take that building, put that there, get another field over there. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Cryonic Centre, farewell. It's been lovely knowing you and you've been wonderful, but now it's time to go. We could possibly keep that thing there. Keep that as a storage of... What can we store in here? Waste. That might be a good thing to store because then we can put it down into the mushroom wall thing. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Right, okay, so I can store waste in there. That thing can be dismantled. They can use that to hopefully rebuild a bit of that. Got 19 out of 20 shuttles. Got 529 batteries, 538. Right, 20 shuttles is done. Hooray, we've done one of the goals. We'll get there. We'll get there slowly but surely. Okay, the nuclear power plant has been switched off. 44 crew members were injured. Good grief. Okay, that's quite a lot of people. Right, then I think, come down to here. Right, this is all going to be fine. Right, so Demotic Quarter. Pop that in. Okay, this is really awkward for space because it doesn't really fit anywhere. But we'll put that there, look. So get that in. How are they doing over in Sector 5? Okay, those two things, those two batteries have exploded. Okay, a battery tier 3 has been disabled because of explosions. Okay, right, that's great. That's really good. And there's no food over here either. Oh, marvellous. Okay. Could we send some food over to Sector 5, please? Because they're going to be very sad if they don't get any food. Sector 1 also doesn't seem to have any food. Okay. Sector 2, you can cut down on your food a bit. Sector 3 can have a bit less, possibly. Oh, it's going to be so close, this. It's going to be really touch and go. The food is a definite worry. And we could put food stuff into Sector 5. Got plenty of room to build lots more batteries. The only thing is, if we do that, we're going to also have to build one of the water fusion station thingamajigs and an ice store to store ice over there. But it might be worth doing, because I don't think we can get through to the end of this with the current food that we're making. Okay, right, okay. Slight change of plan for Sector 5. We might need some more housing over here as well. They're a bit angry. They're working extra hours. That might not help either. So hang on. Let's get another Demotic Quarter set up. So pop that down there, please. So do that. And have we got 35 out of 112 people live there? Okay, so let's put some more people, some more workers from Sector 4, say. Sector 4 doesn't have that many spare workers anymore. Who's got the most spare workers? Sector 2. Okay, so from Sector 2 to Sector 5, can we send over, say, 30 people? That'll still leave you with spare workers, Sector 2. So yeah, oh no, hang on. Only workers. There we go. Right, you lot move over, please. That means they're not going to work extra hours, which might make them not angry. That could be quite helpful. Having them being less grumpy could be useful. And then, yeah, get more housing set up. The DLS listening thing is going to appear, so we're going to do some lovely propaganda to them just to make them slightly happier. Right, hello, we've opened this thing up. And, yeah, so intense propaganda for you lot in Sector 5. You enjoy that there. So now it's just negative. They're not furious. They're just a little bit angry with us. Okay, what's that? Working conditions. Yep, we're working on that. We're working on that game. We're trying to move people over. It's taken a while because they have got to go quite a long way. And, right, food is looking terrible. Okay, we need to sort that out. Colonists are being trained. That's looking good. Batteries. We're over halfway there. We're over halfway there. Have we built the other ones in Sector 1? That one is underway. That one's done. Okay, so a little bit more is going to come from Sector 1. But really, it's all down to Sector 5, isn't it? It's all down to this over here. Okay, right, what we'll do is then, while Sector 5 is sort of not, while it's quiet, I suppose, over here for now, because we're just building, these two things down here and that battery, let's get rid of all these roads. Let's get rid of all these roads to start with, because these are all just a big old mess to get the resource pile. So hang on, let's get rid of these. Okay, they're all gone. And I think as well, get rid of that kind of wibbly road in the middle there, because that was a bit all over the place. And then get another road that comes across here. So they're 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So build a road coming like that, and we can have storage things here. So now we've got a place for people to live over here. So get some more housing going on. And then we've got the fire station, which is good. We're going to need some more workers to actually go and work in there. That's okay. And then everything else is looking good. So now I think we get the fusion station thing in. So that's going to be over, where is it? A factory, isn't it? It's going to be a factory. Yeah, that's going to transform ice into water. And it's going to store it. Okay, so if we put that there, is this what we want to do? Is this what we want to do? I have a sudden doubt. Do you know what? Let's get the battery done. Let's get other stuff set up first. and then we'll go and do some of the stuff over here to do with food. Food did just top up a little bit there, which is not too bad at all. And hang on, go back to Sector 2. Is that house built? No, it's not at all. Well done, Sector 2. Good job. Oh, okay. We've burned through all of our alloys. I suppose we have said do lots of building projects. We have told them to do an awful lot of building stuff. Oh, that's not doing anything either. That's purging waste. Is the one in Sector 3 working? Okay, at least that one's working. That's using up our vast quantities of iron to make some lovely alloys. I'm not worried about the alloy production. I'm okay with that. Okay, more colonists are being trained. Pop back out here. How are we looking? It's... okay, it doesn't look like it's moved much. I had a little look last time. Hang on a second. At the start date and the end dates, the cycles. And I think we had about 60-something cycles from when the Piranesi went from here to there, which was about halfway. I think it was about 60-something. So we can probably have another 60-ish cycles from when we started in, what was it, 2025 possibly? I don't know. So probably around 2080. So cycle 2080 possibly. Is that about right? Something like that. That might be when it arrives at Remus. So we can sort of judge things looking at that down there. I mean, that's looking okay now. The batteries is looking pretty good. Got those colonies trained. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. I'm quite confident that we can muddle through and get this done. I mean, we might not do it well, but we'll muddle through. Right, let's wait for some alloys to build up. Let's wait for alloys to build up, because we do want Sector 1 to have alloys. Because there's no point doing all of this if the ship just implodes, because that would be bad if the hull collapses. So let's not have that. Right, move time on nice and quick. Okay, so fire station is in. People are going to need to go and work in the fire station, but that's okay. I still think that we're okay. We've got, what, 14 extra workers over there. Right, is there something we can do for food? Hang on. The insect farm. That doesn't use water. Insects convert them to one food after one cycle. Could we? Did we upgrade the insect farms? No, we didn't. So food production speed increased and increased again. In a pinch, to give us just some food, we could just put insect farms in and then not have to build the big water thingamajigger. That might actually help out. That's just a little bit of food that we could just have, and we could make loads of these because they don't need fields either. So we could just put, I don't know, let's put 3 of them down for now and immediately go and do the research over there. Go and do that, please. This might possibly work. Maybe, possibly, potentially. Okay, that's some more alloys going in. And could we please get another big battery there and another big battery there? And you know what? Outline that one as well. Oh my goodness me. So many batteries over in Sector 5. The drones are doing a good job. Our drones are helping out quite a bit. That's very good. We're going to need some more workers over here. We're going to need some more alloys over here. I think the alloys are going in and then going back out immediately pretty much. But okay, right. Let's let time tick on a bit and we'll see how we do. The science has stopped. How is the fleet doing? How are the fleet doing? Right, silicon. We're going to need quite a lot of that for more electronics, for more batteries. So keep grabbing that. Iron is going to be good. Got so much hydrogen we don't know what to do with it. Ice is looking okay as well. Stocked up on that quite nicely. Carbon is okay. I mean, really, we don't need anything. If you could find some food out there, that would be quite good. We do have, of course, the 2 science ships. They might head out to Vulcan. They might live long and prosper. And hopefully, if they do that, they can also bring back a load of food. They might find food. So it might be worth sending the science ships out there. I don't think we're going to get there in time before it hits Remus. I'm not entirely sure what happens then. I imagine it might destroy Remus and then come for us. Okay, so Hope, which is a good name for a ship. You can go to Lupercal, and Francis, you can head out to Vulcan, please. Let's hope that maybe some of those places out there have some food. Move time on nice and quick. The Piranesi is looming into view of Remus. Oh no. Okay, right. Food is sort of looking stable-ish around there. We're about, what, not quite a third, no, just over a third of the way through training the colonists, but that is going quite quickly now, and it's automated. but we do need a lot of electronics. Right, here we go. They're gathering science points. This is all good. We can go back into here. We can do the insect farm science stuff. Get that done, please. Just make them grow insects quicker, because it's going to give us just a tiny bit of food. Even just a minuscule amount of food is going to be really helpful. Okay, what places now don't need alloys? Sector 2, you don't need alloys at all. I'm not quite sure what you need them for. Sector 3, you don't need so many either. Sector 4, you don't even need that many, Sector 4. Sector 5 needs all the alloys, please. Send them to Sector 5. Sector 5 needs much alloy. So if we could just send that all over, that would be fantastic. Hang on. That was food. I've just messed up the food supplies. Hang on. No. Put the food back. Put the food back. Sector 5 is okay with just a bit of food right now. Yeah, forget that. Belay that order. Alloys. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Sector 4, you don't need as many. Sector 1 needs probably about 100. Sector 2, turn that right down so don't send too many. Sector 3, turn that down as well. Okay, so Sector 5 is going to get some alloys. They can use that to build all of the stuff we need them to build. Food, batteries, everything as a house. There is a fire in Sector 4. Sector 4 should have a fire station. I'd like to think they're out there dealing with that. There they are. Yay. Go fire squad. Well done. Okay, that's going to be sorted. Food. Okay, hang on. How are people doing? If we gave them limited food rations in sectors 1, 2 and 3, would that make them a bit sad? Would it make them sad? I suspect it might make them a little bit sad. But we might have to do that. That might be what we have to do. Sector 4 are already on limited rations. Press the right button might help, mightn't it? Yeah, hang on a second. Hang on. So they're happy, plus 1.3% trust per cycle. So it would come down by 1, I think. It would come down by 1. Do you know what? Having the dog is really useful. I'm glad we rescued that dog, because the dog gives us +1 stability just from having a dog on board this entire ship of 4,000 people. One dog is making everyone delighted. I think we might have to do restricted food policies just to keep food from running out, because that would be bad. Sector 2, I'm very sorry, restricted food policies. Sector 1, I do apologise, restricted food policies. We're going to have to make our food go a bit further, and that is the only way I can think of doing it. Sector 4 are now overworked. Oh, that's not good for Sector 4. Oh, because the people are being turned into colonists. Oh, yes, that's a good point. That people are being turned into colonists, I suppose. So I should go for the non-workers first. But now they've not got as many workers as they should. They need... What do they need? I'm a bit confused with that. Hang on, what's that? So they need workers required, 168. Workers available, 176. That seems like it should be okay to me, game. That seems like it should be okay. Possibly someone might be a bit hungry. Okay, what we'll do is then... Sector 1 has got some workers. So let's send some workers. Hang on, Sector 3 got any? Sector 3 has got... Do you know what? Yeah, okay. So Sector 3, send some workers. Sector 3 to Sector 4. Send 20 people. Start that migration. They're next door. That should be nice and quick. That should stop them from being overworked. That'll stop accidents and everything will be wonderful. Okay, so they should now not be overworked anymore. It still says overwork, even though there are many workers available. I don't fully understand why that's the case there, but okay. Something slightly weird is going on. Right, can we please prioritise the insect farms? Can we just get them in pretty quick and just stabilise our food? How are we doing over here? Oh, it's gone past the 2 silicon things. We're about halfway through training those colonists. Okay. There's an accident in Sector 1. Of course there is. Of course there would be something going on in Sector 1. I don't know what's happened, but okay. Everything looks sort of fine now. It's all good. And do we have a ship not doing anything? The Neshmet isn't doing anything. Okay. Let's pop back out over here then. So what's happening on Vulcan? Is anything happening? There are numerous electromagnetic disturbances on the surface of the comet Vulcan. First visuals capture the comet's vibrant green tail. Okay, is there some sort of fast food outlet on there? Or like a giant farm? Or is the comet Vulcan made entirely of cheese? Because that'd be amazing. This is a team of the Francis. We've landed on Vulcan. Proximity analysis indicates the comet is shedding large amounts of boron. Significant electromagnetic disturbances have also been detected. They appear to be similar in nature to those that were observed on the Rokitansky comet in the Immortan system. You might have to remind me about that one, game. It's been quite a while. I seem to remember the Immortan system. I remember that name, but I can't recall what the comet was. Okay, study the thing. Have a little nosy at that. And then who's over here? The hope is at Lupercal. Okay, now I was a little bit concerned this might appear, because we don't want to go and do any of this. That's just too time consuming. Going and doing all this, sending over 50 alloys, and 3 electronics is just too much. We need those resources on board the Tiqqun to do everything we need to do there. So this is just not going to work. So, I mean, we have to do something. We'll just do an intrusive analysis. Scan analysis of Lupercal has provided some unusual data. The planet is home to numerous anomalies and high levels of carbon allotropes. I don't know what that is, but okay. Lupercal's atmosphere is very thin and toxic. Visible particles hang suspended within it and move in the light winds of the planet. Impressively, vast quantities of diamond encrust Lupercal's surface. Okay. Right, so we might not be able to have any food, but we can certainly wear some lovely jewellery. The thin atmosphere will provide little protection. We have chosen a steady location that rarely experiences direct exposure to Ilia, the star of the system. Any increase of Lupercal's surface temperature could jeopardise the team's safety. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do some boomsticks, minimal effort, and we can just do that and get out of there. Okay, right, get time ticking on very quickly. The Piranesi is getting very close. Maybe 2060 is about right. That might be about right. We've got loads of food all of a sudden. Massive amounts of food. That's very exciting. Okay, maybe forget about these things for now. Remove high priority. Remove high priority. Remove that. Prioritize that. And that. And that. We need to get these batteries in. I think the colonists are going to be okay. Going to get that done. It takes a long time. It takes, what, 3 cycles to get that done? Hang on. Is it 3 cycles? I need to go and check out. Let's wait for this to finish. I can't quite recall how many cycles it is. I think it might be 3. I think it was 5 initially, and we brought it down by 2 using research. So let's have a little look. So, hang on. So, boop, they're done. Right, 3 cycles to train 200 colonists. So we need to train another... about, what, 1,500, say. So that's, hang on, 200, 400, 6,000. That's 5 lots. That gets us to 1,000. And then another 3 to get to about 1,600. So that's 8 lots of 3 cycles. So that's 24 cycles until we've got all the colonists trained up. Do we need to build another one of those somewhere? Do we need another one of those to train up colonists twice as quickly? Because that's not going to cut it. The Piranesi is going to be at Remus long before then, I suspect. And I don't know what happens after that. I mean, does Remus die? Does it explode? They're not going to go and have a nice chat, are they? So I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. So, okay. I don't know if we should build another one of those or not. And then move non-workers over to here, possibly. Oh, I don't know anymore. I don't know. I don't know what the right answers are anymore with this. There's nothing is sensible and working anymore. But then, yeah, we need more alloys. Get more alloys over here, please. Where are the alloys? Send the alloys over to this sector immediately, post haste. We need all the alloys you can get, please. Yeah, they are both. That's working. That's working away, making lovely alloys. Sector 1, is it still functioning? Yes, it is. Okay, right, so they are making alloys. It's just taking a while for them to get to where they need to be, which is a bit of a nuisance because we've got to build 12 billion batteries in no time at all. Right, they've dropped some alloys off. Immediately, they're going to go out there. I still think that's not going to be enough batteries. I still think we need to build even more batteries than that. That's going to be... how much are they? 50 a piece-ish? So that's going to be 150. So hang on a minute. 639, so that's going to be about 780. So we still need to build something like 4 more. Possibly 4 more. Oh my word. I'm sorry, people of Remus. I'm really sorry, but I suspect maybe we might not be able to blow the Piranesi up in time. Okay, do you know what? We just need to tick time on and see what happens. I mean, we've got a half decent amount of food. It's fluctuating. It's going up and down, but it's sort of looking okay. So let's just see if we can... they've got 1 battery underway. This is good. And the other one is being constructed. Right. Colonists then. So they're working on that. Then they're going to build these insect... Okay, right, hang on. Don't do that one. Maybe just build 2 insect farms for now. Is there anything else we can do to make things more efficient around the place? Gateways is just cheaper to open them. DLS centres. We do have that. Oh, that gives extra stability. Oh, hang on. Why have we never done that? Okay, right. Let's upgrade the DLS centre and make people a bit happier. So they're going to be less grumpy and less likely to, have a bit of a riot and get rebellious and then not work and stuff. Okay, right. Here we go. We're muddling through. It's looking okay, if not brilliant. Okay, that research is done. Let's go and have another one. Right. Okay. We can now choose which one we'd like. Right. I think that total monitoring, propaganda grants an additional +1 stability. We do propaganda on people anyway, just a light dash of propaganda, a sprinkling of it. So let's get that done, please. And then stability penalty from only awakening workers is changed to -1. Okay, we haven't been doing that. And then a gauge is displayed indicating progress toward tier 2 of a specialisation. Don't really care about that too much. EVA airlock is construction speed. I don't think there's anything else that we particularly need right now. Algae farms. They can support 1 additional plantation, but we haven't got any room for that. Do you know what? We'll queue that up anyway, because it might possibly be useful. I'm thinking now maybe we don't need the insect farms, because food has gone back up to 341. Let's save the resources and have them put it toward batteries, because that's going to be more useful. There's a gap over there. Could we fit a medium-sized battery in there? Not quite. We could put a little battery over there. A baby battery. Just pop one of those in. That's 9 more squares. That's 9 more than we did have. And then we'll just pop another one there and another one there. And then we'll see what the numbers are like when that's done. We'll see what that looks like. But we should be okay to get it done. But I don't think we can stop the Piranesi getting to Remus. It's practically there. It's ringing the doorbell now. And sort of tapping its foot, waiting for the Ashtangites on Remus to open the door. Now, I don't know if that's going to end the game. If we fail to save Remus, does it go, there you go, no, game failed, you let you let the Ashtangites get destroyed? Like, what happens with that? I genuinely don't know. But I think what is going to happen is, it's going to get to Remus, it's going to go, haha, I've eaten all the people on Remus, they were tasty, I'm going to come for you now, Romulus. And it's not that far away. It's not that far away at all, so I think, we could do with getting a bit of wriggle on with this. Right, Vulcan. We ventured down into the crevices of Vulcan, seeking the source of the electromagnetic disturbances. Entering a small cave full of luminescent boron crystals, we stopped to take readings. Results seemed to vary. Proceeding further in, we found a large floating grey sphere, similar to one found by the Geek crew. Okay, don't go near it. After liaising with the Tiqqun scientific community, a number of controversial theories have been put forward and proposals made for possible experiments that might be attempted on the sphere. Debate continues. I've noticed a growing fascination for the sphere among the other expedition members. This is absurd, since it is obviously only for me. Is it your precious? We get out of there. We've seen this before. We know what happens. They die and the sphere vanishes. Leave the comet immediately. Don't do anything with that, please. You can head over to... In fact, do you know what? You can go back to the Tiqqun. Francis, go back home. Go back to the Tiqqun, please. And then you over here at this place. Okay. Carbon and some science. The light of the explosion was reflected by the floating atmospheric particles and the diamond on Lupercal's surface. The murky skies were illuminated for a brief, spectacular moment. Particle behaviour anomalies were detected during residue analysis. We prepared some carbon resource packets for extraction. Okay. You kind of had this wonderful, beautiful thing. The light of the explosion was reflected by the floating particles and the diamond. The murky skies were illuminated. Particle behaviour anomalies were detected during residue analysis. You've ruined the moment. Okay, right, leave that planet. So we'll gather all those science points because we might as well. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Ashtangites. I don't think we can stop the Piranesi getting to you. I suspect maybe we weren't quite prepared enough. If we had some more colonists ready, or if we had a massive pile of batteries set aside for some weird reason, then we might have muddled through, but we're not going to get there in time. I think the Piranesi is pretty much at Remus, and then I imagine we'll get a pop-up thing saying, ha ha, or the thing will appear down here going, ha ha ha. Oh, there you go, look. Open your eyes, Administrator, and see. See how I reduce the prospects of the future. They are only fit for assimilation in my bowels. See how even a planet is nothing compared to the perfect being. Okay, so in your bowels, you are going to eat them. I'm a bit confused as to the intent here, but okay. Remus, go over that way a bit. Go over there, look. Okay, right, close transmission. I'm really sorry, Ashtangites. I'm really sorry. I mean, if you could have helped us out by giving us nice things like food and such. Food's back up to 400 now because, of course, people are eating less. Okay, that's really good. That's really, really good news. Right, Sector 1's got a bit of a disaster going on. The batteries are going in slowly but surely, but we're completely out of alloys. We really do need to get the alloys sorted. Okay, so check down here. It's almost there. The Piranesi is poking its nose into Remus. Is it just going to blow the whole planet up? Because it's over it now. I'm sorry, Ashtangites. I am genuinely, I'm very sorry. I thought we could do it in time, but no. We fell ever so slightly short. I think we can train up the people in not too long a time. But yeah, the batteries are becoming a great big problem. Not quite sure how we're going to deal with that, but okay, never mind. Right, it's still not kind of said anything yet. It's not gone, haha, they've all been eaten, or I don't know, blown up, disintegrated, fired into the atmosphere, into the cold, bleak blackness of space, or whatever. I don't know. We will see what happens. But yeah, we've almost trained up enough people, which is very good. The only thing is, do we need to do some moving around of people? Because Sector... Hang on, which sector's doing it? Sector 4. So Sector 4, how many people... You've got... there are no non-workers left. So we might need to move some colonists from, say, one sector into another sector and then move non-workers back in. So can we move from Sector 3, say? So move non-workers from Sector 3 to Sector 4, where the colonisation training is happening. Send them over. That's going to be 185 of them, crikeys. So 185. Have they got the housing for that? Yes, they have, actually. They have got the housing for that. So, okay, do that, please. That'll be some more people that we can get trained up. I mean, yeah, is it saying there's no people to train? No colonists in training. Right. Okay, we need to send lots of people over. And then, from Sector 4 to Sector 3... How's their housing looking? So they've got, let's send over 350 colonists from Sector 4 to Sector 3. So there we go. So this is going to get complicated. Lots of juggling of resources going on. But here we go. So 350 people go from Sector 4 to Sector 3 that are colonists. And that'll free up some room. Okay. Start that migration, please. And then possibly Sector 2 needs to move over some people as well. So Sector 2, can you move over from Sector 2 to Sector 4? 100, hang on, non-workers, 150-ish, please. 150 non-workers from Sector 2 to Sector 4, so they can then become colonists as well. Because we don't want to sort of stutter on that goal that, oh, that's come down quite considerably. Why has that come down? Why has that come down? I don't know why that was on 2,900. Now it's on 2,200. I mean, that makes it easier for it. 2,400. It's the amount of people in that sector, is it? Now it's 2,800. Okay, that's a bit confusing, but okay, we'll just try working on that. And, okay, these 3 batteries are in. That battery is being worked on. That is being worked on. Hang on, that's going to be about another 100.
That's going to be 286. So we need another battery, I think. So hang on, that's 886-ish. Once those two are in. So that's going to be... hang on, 886-ish. Oh no, maths with Penge. That's going to be... what's that? 930. And then 980. And then... I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully that's going to be enough. That's a massive pile of batteries. And the Piranesi is just parked up over Remus, and I don't know what it's doing. Remus does still seem to be there, so it's not been blown up quite yet. So we do have a little bit of a chance possibly to try and get some stuff done. Okay, right. Until something pops up and says, ooh, something has happened at Remus, we're just going to kind of get on with things over here. Sector 4, people are starving in Sector 4. Okay, why is that? There should be food in... Hang on. What? Have I messed up Sector 4's food policy? No. There should be plenty of food in Sector 4. Hang on. Food. Let's press the food one. That might... Yeah, there should be loads in Sector 4. Yeah. That's odd. Right. I don't quite know why that's the case then. They're starving. Right, that's a bit strange. Don't know why that's happened. Not quite sure what's going on there. Hopefully, they will sort that out next time. Because there is 94 food in here. And the sector needs 9, I think, does it? So it's got enough. Okay, right. Remus has been vitrified. The Piranesi has killed the planet. There is nothing left on its surface. ... Well, quite okay. How is it looking? It has annihilated that planet, and now it's moving toward us, isn't it? It's coming toward Romulus. This is it. The countdown is on. We've probably got, what, 20, 30 cycles to get that done? Okay, right. Now we have to really focus on this. 135 colonists in training. Right. So that might get us up to a set amount. If we could get all those complete, that would be fantastic. And that as well. Hull is looking good. Right, okay. All alloys to Sector 5, please. Everything. Sector 2, you don't need any alloys at all. Don't send anything there. Sector 3, everything away. Sector 4, everything away. Sector 5, you need lots. Sector 1 does need some to keep the hull going. But let's just give it 40. Everything has to go into making batteries because this is how we're going to survive. And also training some people. Okay, there you go. Sector 4 people are a bit hungry but not starving anymore. That's quite good. They've had a bite to eat. They've had a little bit of a sandwich or something. That's okay. Right. So how are we going to do this? They're training 135 colonists. So now do we need to put another 200 people over here? Because those numbers all moved about earlier and it was a bit confusing. So could we put 200 non-workers from Sector 1 to Sector 4? I think we could. There's just about enough housing. So let's do that. So Sector 1 to Sector 4. Non-workers. 200, please. There we go. Move them all over. There we go. That might take a little while to get done. If you could, like, really run with that one. Go incredibly quickly. Like, get roller skates on and go super fast, please. Because that's becoming a bit of a problem. Also, we do need some more electronics as well to build the batteries. Although, I think they do put the electronics in first, which is quite good. A mushroom wall's been disabled. Right, a thing has gone in A84. That's got resources going in. They're pouring all of the things into it. The alloys are pouring in. This is amazing. That battery is in. This is going to be done as well. Okay, so the buildy bot can come and work on that. Then we've got this one here. Do we start taking things apart? For example, the polymer refinery thing. We don't need that anymore. Take that apart. That will generate alloys. We just don't need that. That is completely superfluous to us now. It can go away. So get rid of that. I don't think we can take apart the storage things, but that's okay. Okay, right. We're not bringing back carbon or anything. Right, you are. Don't bother. Bring back iron if you want to bring back anything at all. Is there anything else that we can dismantle that is now completely pointless? Is there anything we can just get rid of? I mean, possibly. In fact, no, maybe we should keep the probe launcher. Just in case the Piranesi does try to do something a bit smarty pants. Yeah, we want the airlock. Yeah, we should keep that, possibly. Okay, right, no. We keep things for now, but we can get rid of that. Because that's a battery. That's a battery there in alloys that we can use. Okay, right, this is... I'm so nervous. I'm really nervous, because that is... It's coming toward us quicker than I wanted it to. Remus has been obliterated. The Ashtangites are dead. We're not going to have any neighbours to pop over and see anymore because they've all been vaporised by the evil Piranesi. And now it's heading toward us. Okay, 933 out of 1,000 squares of batteries. Electronics, over in Sector 3, please. Immediately. Electronics, you don't need any. You don't need any. You don't need any. Sector 5, I mean. Sector 5 needs all of them. Send all the electronics to Sector 5, please. It needs all of them. If we could just get them over there really urgently, that would be amazing. Yeah, are we exporting electronics everywhere? To all sectors, all sectors, all sectors, all sectors. Yeah, okay, right. And yes, we do want to receive them, please. Right, that's gone in. That's going to be... What's that going to be? 50. Oh no, we need to build one tiny battery. Botherations. Okay, just chuck it anywhere there. That'll do. Just make the battery work. That's just polymers. That doesn't need electronics. Okay, 991. Are we going to be on 1,000 exactly? Are we going to have just enough explosive power to blow up the Piranesi? When that goes in, hang on, so, boop. Okay, we've built the batteries, charge the batteries. That should be fine. And now we're just training the final colonists. Train no colonists. We need another... What's that? Hang on. There's too many numbers happening. Can you just give me a number at the end? 56. The difference between that and that is 11. So 56, 57. No, 57. 67 people we need. So let's move 57 non... Well, hang on. There's 67 non-workers in Sector 1. Is that not how many we need? Is that all the non-workers? Oh, okay. Hang on then. Yeah, so 67 non-workers from Sector 1 into Sector 4. So yeah, send... Well, it says 70. We haven't got 70. Oh, no, hang on. That's any crew. Non-workers. Have we got to put the exact amount in? Can we put start migration? No. Okay, so it's 67 of them. Okay, so 67 non-workers... Sector 1 to Sector 4. Oh, that goal's complete. That goal is complete. Now I've got to charge the batteries. There are quite a lot of them. And the Piranesi is moving toward us. Can we charge them up really quickly? Get some proper charging ports. Quick, plug them into all the things. Point it toward the sun. Right, here we go. 97%. Food is looking okay, actually. Food has balanced out since we adjusted their policies. Sorry, everybody. But we're going to have a planet soon. It's going to be amazing. 98%. Come on, batteries. Charge up. Charge up more than this. Do more charging. The Piranesi is coming toward us. I don't know if there's anything else we have to do. We might then need to offload people onto the planet, which could be a bit of a problem. 99%. Oh, my goodness me. My nerves. It's that battery there. It's you. We're all looking at you, battery face. I think all the others are charged. Yeah, every single of the batteries is charged. It's just you. We're waiting for you. It's charging up pretty quickly, though. Right, 840 power it needs to be on. Come on, battery, charge quicker. There are some homeless people in Sector 4, apparently. I don't think that matters that much because you're going to go and live on a planet in a bit, right? Okay, there we go. Fly the Tiqqun into the Piranesi via the planetary system map. Do we not want to, get everybody off first and down onto the planet? Is that not what we should be doing? I kind of feel like we should be doing that. Sector Force does have 68 non-workers in there. Should they be training up? Let's train them anyway into colonists. Let's turn them into colonists anyway, so they can get used to living on the planet. Okay. So it does say fly the Tiqqun into the Piranesi via the map. So I assume something clever happens. I assume something fancy happens whereby we jettison our little sort of safe ships first and then head out over here. Or do we all leave the Tiqqun just as we're about to hit the Piranesi? I don't know. I genuinely don't know, but this is it then. The final flight of the Tiqqun. Here we go. Move the Tiqqun into the Piranesi.
Administrator, if you are listening to this message, it means the Tiqqun has reached its destination, despite the unpredictable parameters that framed the equation of its journey. The crew have found a new home, whether the one planned for or another. These survivors have already begun to lay the foundations of a new cradle, where creativity, invention, and joy can bloom again. Perhaps you already understand why I insisted, why the mission launch was precipitated. When I discovered that the lunaclism was inevitable, I also understood that any attempt to save our species after this would have been doomed to fail. You took the helm in the only launch window available to us. Thanks to you, our efforts, our mistakes, our sins and sacrifices will sink into oblivion, into the past, while the first pages are written for a newly born humanity.
And there we go. The story ends, and it looks like Mr. Dolos Chappie knew all along, didn't he? He knew. He knew that the moon exploding was going to happen. He was completely aware of that. So everything we just did, all the things that we just went through were kind of planned. I mean, maybe not some of the more sort of extreme random bits, but he knew that we'd end up in that system and that we'd settle on one of those planets. It was all part of his master plan. Oh my goodness me, that's quite clever, isn't it? So it wasn't an accident. He knew the moon was going to blow up, and it was, yeah, that's fine. The moon's blown up. It was going to happen at some point. We just triggered it, and we got on with things nice and quick. And there we go. We flew the Tiqqun into the Piranesi. We blew the Piranesi up. And then I imagine just before we hit the Piranesi, we jettisoned out of the Tiqqun in the little kind of ships we built that were based on the Charon that we saw in the intro sequence all those months ago now. And then we flew back to Romulus, and then we settled down as we saw on our wonderful new planet on Earth 2 with about 4,000 or so 4,000 people, I think it was. Well, there we go. We didn't get time to say goodbye to the Tiqqun. I kind of thought that I was going to do a little kind of sad farewell thing as we flew toward the Piranesi, but no, it kind of went, you've done that now. Don't need to wait for yourself to crash into the Piranesi. We'll just do a nice cutscene thing. So yeah, we didn't get to say goodbye, but I shall miss the Tiqqun because I really enjoyed putting that together. I mean, okay, it was a complete hot mess. Our designs in the Tiqqun were all over the place, and on Twitter, occasionally I do see screenshots of from other people saying, "Hey, look, this is a brilliant way that I've set up my Sector 2 on the Tiqqun," and it's like this beautifully organised kind of food sector, and everything's neat and tidy. It looks efficient and wonderful. And then I come back and record some of these and look and think, "Wow, our sectors are completely all over the place. They're an absolute disaster." But you know what? It worked. The important thing is that we got there in the end. So it might not have been perfect, but it was good enough to get us through to the end. And now humanity has settled anew on a wonderful new planet, maybe without any neighbours because they sort of all got killed a little bit. Sorry, Ashtangites. And there we go. The game ends. The game ends and we succeeded. I mean, in a way, was it the perfect ending? No. I think the perfect ending would have been to save the Ashtangites as well, to blow up the Piranesi before it wiped that planet out. That would have been the perfect ending. But yeah, we gave it a good shot and we fell just a little bit short. Just a few more cycles and we might have been okay. But there we go. There we go. That was IXION. That was wonderful. That was very, very good. I like a game with a bit of a story behind it. And that had a really good story. And the writing was very good in that. All the kind of little events that popped up, some of the kind of more dark and sinister ones were very creative indeed, but it was really well structured. And I like the fact there was a plot. And I mean, yeah, the story was that he knew it was going to happen. And all along, that was our destiny. We were going to end up there one way or another. And he knew that. Mr. Dolos did. What's his first name? Vanir, was it? Vanir Dolos? He knew all along. So yeah, it was kind of an inevitability. But there we go. I really enjoyed that. That was really, really good. It was a wonderful game, very challenging, very difficult at points, had really good writing, really good visuals. I mean, the sound on it, I know normally on the videos the sound's turned down a little bit, but the audio on it, the music and stuff in the background's fantastic. It's really good. And I think you can pick up the soundtrack on Steam. I'm not quite sure if you get the soundtrack if you buy the game or not. I'm not quite sure, but the soundtrack is really good. It's a really good piece of good old classic spacey sci-fi music going on. So there we go. It's done. IXION is complete, and we did okay. We did okay. There's the Tycoon look. Oh, I shall miss the Tycoon. That was a Tycoon before, before it got blown up into pieces, and before obviously it was slightly battered. I think this is the Tycoon around Earth, isn't it? Still being put together. Because, yeah, our Tycoon at the end was very, very battered and bruised. It was just about functioning, but it was not very well at all. It had lots of holes in it, lots of leaks we had to keep patching up. But there we go. IXION is done. It was wonderful. It had a good story. Everything about it was very good indeed. And, I've had a thoroughly good time with it. Really, really enjoyed playing IXION. And I'm quite happy that we did okay. I'm quite happy that we got... I don't know whether a good or bad ending to it. We got seemingly quite a good ending as well. The story ended well. We've settled humanity on a new planet and everything sort of looked okay, apart from the lack of the Ashtangite neighbours. But there you go. You can't win everything. At least we led humanity to a lovely new home out in a new system. So there we go. We'll wrap things up, I think, with IXION. We've completed it, nothing left to do. We shall finish things up. Hopefully you have enjoyed this, and I mean this video and the entire series as a whole. If you have, then please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs and nonsense that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me on board the Tycoon and inside the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. I really hope I don't have to send children down into coal mines or whatever, because I would feel like a terrible person. Hello, robot, and I shall call you Alan. Still some homeless people, still hungry people, still sick people. Okay, if you try and reach London, you will end up frosty and dead. Great big human lollipop.